podcast. Come take this walk with me.
Mic check, mic check. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Can see you can hear you.
Excellent, man. Billy, welcome to the club, baby. Welcome.
Wow.
How you living, man?
Pretty good, man. Perfect timing because my power was out like until about maybe 15 minutes ago. So,
Huh?
all right, we in here. We in this thing.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing, man. I love it. Welcome, family. Welcome. I see you, Meg. I see
Hey,
you. Man, you be showing out. Every time I see you, you just be showing out.
I had to put a leave-in conditioner in, and I know you don't care. You're not going to say anything, so whatever.
I think from this angle, I'm like, you finna go out.
Oh no,
right?
this is a bed sheet or a pillowcase.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know.
It's like a hair wrap to me.
Hey, listen, because
Yes.
cotton is better for your hair than the towels, because the
That's what I'm
the
talking about.
fabric is different. Fun facts.
I love it. I love it. I am here for it. Okay. So we are here. We are ready. And I got a word. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to process through it. So, as you all know, tomorrow is a special day for a lot of people. To me, it's another damn day. And the reason, the reason it's another day, if you notice the theme, because I'm sure y'all hearing the same things that I'm hearing, is with the holidays. My wife actually said this last night. She said, with the holidays, it's the family circus coming to town. The family circus coming to town, which is true. So either you going or they come in, or it's something around Thanksgiving holiday that we love tradition. We love beliefs. We love comfort, the whole nine. Even if you have decided, I'm done with this, our families, our culture still do it. Now, let's break it all the way down. I'm not here to pick sides or choose how you live your life. What I am here to do is talk about the things that nobody's talking about. And one thing that I learned since social media around the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, is I don't care where you are in the world, more often than not, if you black, we eating the same stuff. We eating the same stuff. You can be in California, Arizona, Florida, Maine, Alaska, Canada. You black, you're eating turkey, macaroni and cheese, greens, green beans, a roll, some dressing or stuffing, depends on where you're located. And that's the routine. That's the tradition. Play some games, play some cards, drink, smoke, watch football, whatever. It's the same stuff, no matter where you are. Cousins leave out, they come back eyes red and hungry. You know, we got Uncle Junior, the drunk, Aunt Barbara, the weed head, whatever it is. It's the same. And there's a reason that it's the same, and that's what I call culture, customs. So, however you do your Thanksgiving, I think you should do it. And in addition, I would challenge you to consider something else. Let me break that down. For me, growing up, tradition, culture, when it came to Thanksgiving, you got the grown folks table, you got the kiddie table, literally and figuratively. Meaning, literally, the kids go sit at the kid table, they go get some newspaper, sit on the damn floor. They got a little table somewhere. They out the way. So therefore, they get the little piece of chicken. Oh, that's why I don't even eat chicken legs to this day. They get the little chicken leg. They got a little plate, and y'all stay over here and stay in the child's place while the grown folks over here building, gossiping, being mean, being messy, being happy, being gracious, being thankful, being spiritual, whatever. They're being, but there's a separation. And that separation continues beyond the kitchen table. The separation is once a child, as a child, you speak as a child, and even as an adult, for some of within our culture, we're still treated like a child, which means we treat ourselves as such as well. So, you ever had those moments where you talk to your mom and all of a sudden, or talk to your dad, or talk to an authority figure, auntie, whatever, and you notice yourself being that high school kid again, a middle school kid, elementary kid, or just a kid? That's because of culture. That's because of tradition. That's because of how we view each other within our culture. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone, but you may be able to connect with some of this. In addition, if I've always sat at the kiddie table, even when I became an adult, I still never sat at the grown folks table or wasn't allowed, then that can be a part of my identity. So no matter how big, how much money, how many degrees I have, I'll come back home and I'm that little snotty nosed kid. It happens all the time until we decide, listen, not only am I having a seat at the grown folks table, I will turn this table over if you say the wrong thing to me. Why? Because I'm an adult just like you. I just happen to be your son, your brother, your nephew, right? Your niece. But for many of us, it's a struggle to be adults when we're faced with other adults that have a certain position or title in our lives. It's a common thing. And I want us to change it because I know we can. Going further, Uncle Junior, Aunt Barbara, the drunks, the weed head, the whomever, the addicted person, substance use abuse person that's at the reunion, that's at Thanksgiving. There's a reason they are the family drunk. Nobody talks about it because being the family whatever they're known for, they're considered an outcast because they don't do what everybody else is doing. And we caught up on the external things that they do and not consider the internal thing that happened to them. Meaning, Uncle Junior is drinking to cope with what happened to him within the family. Barbara's doing the lines of coke in the bathroom. That's external because of what happened to her. And what happened to him and what happened to her happened within the family, and then people know about it, and it's a secret that we do not tell. So now I'm sitting next to the person that abused me for years because he, her, she, them are welcomed. Why? Because it's family over everything. For some, not for all. Family over everything means I can say, I can do, I can whatever to you, and there's nothing you can do about it because we're family. We have to change that, and we can change that by getting to our truth. My truth is I started questioning, challenging things that did not make sense to me anymore. What didn't make sense to me was the judgment, shame, and guilt towards Uncle Junior and Barbara when I looked beneath the surface of their drug use, substance use, or whatever that use is the result of what happened to them that nobody talks about. So I started asking questions to find out what happened. And guess what? I got answers. Why? Because nobody ever asked. So now I'm looking at Uncle Junior and Aunt Barbara a little differently now because they have a story I knew nothing about. And they're keeping their story to themselves because within the whole family, they're keeping the story a secret. So this pattern goes on and on and on until we decide to change it. That's my challenge for you all today. How can you begin changing the dynamics of this tradition and culture that does not work for you or do not serve you? There's this unusual amount of pressure to conform. We do this every year. What you mean you're not doing? You're not coming. You're not this. You're not. This is what we do. We ain't got nothing to do with me. Let's go. We ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm a different guy now. So therefore, sometimes we have to reintroduce ourselves to other people. But before you ever reintroduce yourself to somebody else, you got to reintroduce yourself to yourself. So the last traditional Thanksgiving dinner I've had to be almost a decade ago. Almost. So, the Friendsgiving, or I'm just going to go to sleep, or I'm going to go get some Chinese. I'm going to go to the movies, whatever it is for Thanksgiving. You get to create your own tradition and holiday. Because what I learned is all these traditions, customs, and holidays are made up. Somebody made it up. 9 times out of 10, the person that made it up don't look like us. I just want to talk about it. So therefore, if somebody can make something up that I live by, that means I can make something up for me that I can live by. Which one is more valuable? Something somebody else said to do that I do, or something that I said to do that I do? You get to decide how often, every damn day. And this is preliminary. This is Thanksgiving. And if you celebrate Christmas, imagine times 10. In the US, in my humble opinion, the month of December, especially 2 weeks by Christmas, New Year, people are different. People are different. They nice, paying it forward, tipping extra, giving compliments, giving love. You do that for 2 weeks out of the year, and the rest of the time you out here wreaking havoc. Wreaking havoc on everyday people. All of a sudden, you care. It's an act. It's a mask, and that's human. Some family you don't see until holiday season. And when you see them, they begging. This and I'm just talking about my family. I can't talk about everybody. They begging, they ask for something. They want something. That is human. So how can we begin the process of shifting culture, community, tradition to serve us? So for me and mine, what we've done, especially this year, we chilling tomorrow. We ain't going nowhere. I ain't cooking shit. We finna have game nights, game day. We finna watch a movie. We chilling because we don't want to get into the fray of Thanksgiving because we see beyond it. We give thanks every day, not just on the holiday. We paying it forward and giving back and showing love every day, not 2 weeks before Christmas. That's the cultural change that we're creating in our house. And I want to challenge you to do the same for you and yours, whatever that looks like. One of the greatest accomplishments I've had was I did a Christmas cruise back in the day. Girl I was dating at the time, we both was in this space of, man, I don't want to do the traditional stuff related to Christmas. Go to the Spoojack and them house and play and do all this other stuff. We don't want to do that. So we decided to take a cruise. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. I went on a cruise for Christmas and they set it out. And I'm spending Christmas with all these different people from all walks of life that I never met before. I'd never see them again. And it was one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had. Now, that memorable experience was so important to me because I never had the traditional Christmas that in my mind of my mom and dad and me under the same roof, exchanging gifts and having a good time. That never happened for me growing up. And when it finally did happen was Christmas 2024, where I had my mom and dad under the same roof as me for the first time, spending the night overnight for Christmas. And the only reason that was able to happen is because I effectively communicated with both of my parents. I did something with them that they've never been able to do with each other, and they're twice my age. So I share this for you all to encourage you to create your own in all aspects. Thanksgiving is one, Christmas is another, but we can name as many traditions as you want. And if you peel back the layers, it's make believe. It's make believe. Santa Claus is black. Superman is black. Jesus is black. Why? Because I said so. Because if Santa's white, Superman white, Jesus is white. Why? Because somebody said so. So who are the people that's making decisions in your house? That is it. That is all. I want to open the floor for questions, discussions, conversations. Let's go. Who want it? Let's get it.
Okay, I guess I'll go. So thinking about Thanksgiving, so I had my parents had joint custody as a kid, so I had to rotate holidays. And never once did they ask us what we liked. Like I liked going to my dad's side for Thanksgiving because they throw down on Thanksgiving. And I would have rather gone to my mom's for Christmas, but nobody ever asked me that. And then when I was 15, I got really sick from eating chicken. So I stopped eating poultry altogether, and that caused the whole thing. And then now I don't eat any meat at all. So I have not eaten meat in 7 years. Tomorrow, like this
And
Thanksgiving, 7 years ago.
Thanksgiving, that's amazing. The parallels, my God, Meg, the parallels. Tradition, culture.
Yes,
Keep going.
there is this really cool documentary on, I think it's on Hulu. It's called Soul Food. And there was an episode about Mississippi. And so hearing why we eat certain things, like I'm sure people in your family eat chitlins. Not even with a 10-foot pole will I eat chitlins. No, because the smell alone, nah. But that was, if you look back at history, we eat those because that's what we were given. And I had a discussion with my dad, maybe last summer or the summer before. He really wanted to eat some chicken feet because that's what his favorite auntie used to eat. And I said, listen, we can afford to get you whatever you want. She would eat that because that's what she grew up with because they were very poor. And then when she was older, she didn't have teeth. You don't have to eat that anymore. So if you can, like, to your point, if you can separate the tradition and the person, you can pay homage to the person with the spices and the feelings without eating the chicken feet and the chitlins. But if you like it, I'm not going to yuck your yum.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. These are all facts. These are conversations that we're not having because we cannot have. And we can't have them until we, this culture, this community, start having these conversations. And I would challenge you all to have them. Meg, job well done. You may have changed the trajectory of this man's life. He may get some more time here on Earth.
So I'm going to Canada tomorrow to get donuts.
I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Good stuff. Others, where you at? Jump in there, man. Mic check, mic check. Garf, you there? Okay, we may be having some technical difficulties.
No.
Oh, Garf, what's happening?
Oh, okay. No, nothing much. Good points as always. Go Bruins, of course. And no, to each his own. Everybody, when you, we'd have to take a lot more time when you go into culture, family dynamics, and the individual. But I think it's important for each of us to understand what is important to us today, what's going to be important for us tomorrow, and moving forward. And then we can, take a step back and see what is working for us, what's not, understand uh, the world around us. Right? Because until you know without knowing yourself, you can't really navigate the world around you. Right. So maybe these traditions work for you, maybe they don't. Maybe you do see, like you said, beyond them, but you still partake just because it is what it is. Um, but you're not living your life through them. So enjoy mañana and the rest of the holidays and whatever else is coming up. The donuts as well. And again, go Bruins.
I'm with it. Thank you, Garf. Love the feedback. Love all of this. And the challenge, and I love what you're saying, like we can see beyond it because we're really big thinkers, deep thinkers, visionaries. So we can see beyond it and we still may participate. And we're there, we're having a good time, we're doing our thing, but we still can see beneath the surface. And some people can't. And that balance that we have is to be able to go to different places and spaces and be around different types of people and still be okay with us. And for others, they don't have that ability because these holidays could mean everything to them. And if it doesn't happen or if it's not a certain way, then it may mean all kind of things that they give meaning to. And that does not have to be us. And I'm thankful for this conversation because there's strength in this solidarity of we're going to do what works best for us. We know the big picture, we know the other side, but a lot of times we don't have places like this to talk about it. And I'm thankful for this place that we can just talk about it. Thank you, Garth. Billy, you want some? Come get some. All right. So next piece is a challenge. My challenge to you, especially as y'all know holiday season, we ain't finna do a lot. So as we get ready to, some of us, we slow down for towards the end of the fourth quarter. Some of us ramp up. I'm choosing to ramp up because 2026, I'm trying to go somewhere. So my challenge to you all is what can I begin to shift, change, adjust, rebuild, repair, evolve? Like what can I do related to these traditions and customs that I've never done before, always wanted to, always questioned, but never did it? Whatever that is, I want to challenge you to consider doing it. If you decided, like Meg, our story is very similar. Thanksgiving with mom, Christmas with dad, vice versa, but nobody asked me. So, you can begin creating your own tradition that works for you because that's what someone else did. And that's what we live by. And if you think about our culture as a whole, as I mentioned, from California to freaking Maine, we eating the same stuff because we love comfort and we repeat what we know. So imagine moving away from a turkey and making anything. So for me, for the first time moving away from Turkey, I married a Greek woman. So her being from Greece, their definition of turkey is lamb. So they have lamb for everything. And it's like, yo, I'm finna make lamb for Christmas. I ain't never did that. I'm gonna make lamb for, Thanksgiving. I ain't never did that. And I loved it. I love it. And now it's like the foods that we eat, as you all know, as we get older, some of the foods that we enjoy, we can't eat anymore. I ain't had milk in a while. Milk don't fool with me. Not anymore. It's like I turned 35 and milk was like, we're good now. It's been great, fam. We're done here. So over time, our palate changes, our stomach changes, our bodies change, which means we have to be okay with change. And when you do change and you start eating different things and you go back to those comfort things, you notice your body does not react or respond the same. So we can keep it light, we can go deep. I'm curious to know, is there anything that you have wanted to change that you haven't, anything that you're planning to change? What is it that you want to do different for this season and beyond? Anybody?
I have a little something.
Let's get
A couple things. First off, this topic is like spot on from where I was at yesterday. And literally I'm looking at a post that I put up in the community and it talks about traditions. And so like you're spot on in where you're at. I have shifted from more so, I mean, I'll still eat during Thanksgiving, but I focus on waking up early, and probably for the last 8 years, I have sat at my computer and drafted personal emails to people who I am thankful for in my life. But they're not like, oh, thank you. They're like deep, heartfelt, here's the memory, here's what I'm attaching to in this year with you. And so there's that spot. There's also these areas of traditions. And yesterday that I was thinking about, there's a term that we were using, a group of friends and I were using a couple years back called trauma-based traditions, right? So when you talk about that alcoholic, that quiet, that black sheep in the family during the holidays, but nobody wants to talk about that uncle was molested by grandpa. Nobody wants to talk about the things that created this symbiotic relationship with alcohol, right? They're just like, he always been a crackhead. He gonna always be a crackhead. Yeah, but what drove him to crack? I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know, right? And then there's also the tradition, and I'm moving away from saying the term triggers, right? Because I mean, it's easy. Everybody uses that word now. It's like, oh, trigger. It's I'm triggered from this. I'm triggered from that. And I'm really identifying what triggers are. They're actually trauma spikes. They're moments when something is touched in us that spikes that trauma that we had internally to the surface. And so in that, the last thing I want to share is kind of how I'm changing, how I continue to change. My overall traditional change is I really engage with the thankfulness for the relationships that I have, because to me, that is giving thanks to those who have supported me or done whatever they've done for me throughout the year. But I really want to share I'll share this. It's not that much. So I'll share this thought that I had yesterday. The thought yesterday was about a man's true strength can be measured by his courage to break generational cycles of trauma. And then I said a couple of years back when recording content, a friend introduced me to a new concept. Every time during this time of year with all the holiday traditions, the concept comes back to mind, trauma-based traditions. We all inherit a legacy from the men who came before us, both good and bad. Many of us are running on identical programming, our unhealthy habits, a suppressed emotional lifestyle, and or an inability to communicate. This programming drives our behaviors, our morals, and our decisions. The problem is that the initial program is loaded by outside influences. And if we don't upgrade later on, our outcomes match a lot of the same results of our predecessors. A man's greatest act of strength is the courage to look at these cycles and say, the buck stops with me. This can be difficult and painful, but it is a necessary journey. By choosing to heal, to seek help, and to build a new and better way of life, a man not only improves himself, but he ensures that the next generation will have a healthier foundation to stand on. So when I say you're like right in the vein of where I'm at right now, you're like, we landed on the same landing strip. So that is for me the next rendition of traditional change is how do we continue to make these improvements to where the foundation that I'm setting for my sons, for my nephews, for my godsons, and the young men that are following my mentorship, how do I set them up to where now they have that programming and they're going to make the next upgrade to it and not just keep it, well, Coach Rose said, do it this way. And so this is the way we now always do it for the next 100 years. No, Coach Rose said, do it this way. What did you add to it to elevate it? And now we're going to do it that way for this generation. And what does the next generation have to add to elevate? And so that's the tradition that I'm trying to create now, is that elevated tradition where the tradition doesn't just keep you in that little 4 square pot that you keep cutting the size of your meatloaf off of because you want to fit it in a pot. You got a big enough pot. Elevate the pot. Get a bigger pan. So that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. But I really love what you're putting down today.
I appreciate you, man. And this is that energy. That synergy. This is organic. Put a Chiquita banana on our forehead, okay? Put that sticker on our forehead because it's organic and we can relate to this stuff. We all have stories about this. I don't care where you at, where you from. This is a part of the fabric of our identity as a country, as a society, as a family. And it's like, I feel just where I am in life now, I'm frustrated by it. Because here we go again with what we're going to do tomorrow, and then the Black Friday. How many TVs do you need? Every year you need a new TV. Like, that's a whole nother deal there. And the fighting, and again, it's all these things that happen before Christmas, and all of a sudden Christmas coming around, everybody showing some holiday cheer, and it's a belief, and I'm frustrated by it because it's like, this is human at its finest. And you see humans at their finest during the holiday seasons. And for me, like you saying, Billy, yes, we have our traditions, we have ways that we do things, but how do I enhance it for not just for me, but the people after me? Because somebody has some ideas around tradition and culture that they were thinking about us, and they gave it to us as well, whether intentionally or unintentionally. So we have that power and that ability to change. One thing I want to share, related to this, and I'm so glad we're all on the same page, is my sister. I call her my sister. Erin is like my sister. Y'all may have seen her, heard her around. And she said she felt some kind of way that I said something a while back that ended up coming to pass. And what I said to her is, sometimes we want things to be a certain way and we expect other people to deliver. We expect other people to do it. Like, she had an idea of Thanksgiving could be all these great things. And the reality was, yeah, it could be, but the only way these things can be what you want them to be is just if you create them. So the first time she decided to host Thanksgiving at her house for her whole family is this year. And she's getting ready, getting all the stuff together. And it's twofold. Like, one side of her is so excited, oh my God, I'm gonna host family, blah, blah, blah. And the other side is like, why the fuck I gotta do this? I'm the youngest one here. My mom ain't doing it. My auntie ain't no, her grandmother, my aunt, passed last year before last. And it's like, how come nobody else stepped up? That's closer to grandma than I am. I'm the youngest one. And that's our truth more often than not, man. It's us. So whatever we want, sometimes we have to create it. And that's what this conversation, the root of it goes to. So I'm thankful. And Billy, thank you for that. The thankful emails. I'm going to add that to my tradition. It's probably going to be a text, though. Don't gonna be a text. It's probably going to be a text. My boys will not let me on this damn keyboard. In front, it's not going to happen. But I can do some text. But I think it's great. It's a tradition, and I'm sure people love it because it's unexpected. It's unexpected, and it's not a canned email. It's something that you really put some time in, and I think it's amazing because I view that as a pebble in the pond. I view it as a breadcrumb because it's the impact, and it's going to go 10 times, tenfold. Excellent. All right, so we're going to close down early because of the holiday. But before we leave, what do you need? Anything you want to share? Anything that you're doing? Tradition? We're here. Meg, what you
Meg
got?
said, wait, hold on. Meg said,
Okay,
wait.
I got
That's something.
okay. So I like that you said start traditions on your own because my mom has a Peloton too, and I've been trying to get this girl to do a turkey burn ride with me for 3 years. She won't do it. I do it every year. So I will get on that bike tomorrow and do my turkey burn. So I think making your own traditions is really important. So if anyone wants to join me in December, I'm doing the 3 for 31. So you do either 3 miles consecutively or 30 minutes of activity in December. And then we'll end with a little, I guess I'll just make it a thing. We'll do the end of the year yoga girl meditation, plan your next year together. And I wanted to show you this. I think I've shown this book to you before, some of you. Um, Look at that. What's underneath your anger? Figure that out with all these traditions and things coming up over the holidays.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Meg, I'm gonna ask a favor.
Yeah.
We've been pumping books out, and I need a database. I
A
need a
list.
list of these
Okay.
books.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I can start sharing the wealth because it's all
Okay.
good stuff. And
Listen.
thanks for sending me the hip hop book as well. I want to start putting this stuff out there.
Okay.
So
How we
send me
feeling?
what you got because I know it's a
Oh,
long list.
listen.
It's a long list.
That's what I look at Black Friday for. I'm like, what books can I get on the
Yes.
cheap?
Yes.
Because
I
yes.
love it. Love
Okay.
it. I'm with it. Thank you
I'm
for
doing a
sharing.
book club with my teammates. That's how much we love books. It's great.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Well, since we're talking about books, y'all are the first to know. I got a book coming. Gator Mode is coming. Gator Mode, helping people shed perfectionism and work towards becoming a gator. What's a gator? Someone who is grounded, aligned, transformed, um, observant, and restored. Yep, he's here. He's here. So the book is coming. Pre-sales coming out the whole nine. You know I'm spicy, so it's gonna get there when it's gonna get there, but it's coming. So just know the book is on the way. Something else you can add to that list. And we are such creative beings. And I think about how simplistic these, no shade, no disrespect, but I think about how simplistic Santa and Thanksgiving is and how deep and wide and visionary we are. Like Thanksgiving and Christmas, man, get out of here. Compared to what we can create on our own, it's insane. So for you, Meg, what you're saying with the Peloton idea, you've been pushing towards mom. Mom ain't ready. Okay, cool. Guess what? There's a community of people, specifically women, that are looking for you, but they can't find you because you're trying to find your mama. Ooh, let's go. I'm looking for your mama. She's looking for you. So find them girls, man. This is love. This is big bro. This is love. That energy shifted to somebody who want it. No shade to Mom Dukes. She don't want it. But that
Her knees
energy,
aren't ready though.
come on. Come on.
They knew,
But
but they're not ready.
there it is. There is a culture, a community of people who need that energy, man. Give it to somebody else. You can still give it to your mama, but give it to somebody else who can accept what you have to offer. An example, that's what I mean by no shade, no disrespect. We talking about Peloton for the past 3 years. I'm a therapist, been a therapist for 20 years. I talked to my mom about therapy for 18 out of 20 before she actually went. That energy I kept giving to her until I recognized, man, listen, you gonna get this when you ready. Let me give it to somebody who's ready. And I had to pivot. That's 18 years, Meg. I got a track record. 3 years, you're doing good. I did an 18-year bid to get my mom in therapy. When she finally went, it not only changed her life, it changed the dynamics of our relationship. So know that we are phenomenal. Give it to those who want it, who's looking for it, who need it, instead of the people who we want to have it. Just want to talk about it. Tell my
That
mouth
part.
that.
That part right there. Yeah.
All right.
It is
Any
cool when
others?
your parents go to therapy though. That is very
Man,
healing.
it's next
My
level.
dad was like, huh, I think you got the brunt of my PTSD.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
a whole therapist because of it, sir.
Come
Love
on.
you, bro.
Come on. We next level, y'all. We are extraordinary. I need us to act like it. All right. Anyone else? Anything else? Garth? Good? Straight?
Good to go.
All right. Excellent, family. This is, I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this, but I love it. And I've decided we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. So y'all have been the core of this group. I need y'all to know that. And for this Thanksgiving, I am expressing my gratitude to you three specifically. I am forever grateful. I'm forever thankful because we've crossed paths in different walks of life, different times of life, and look at us being here. And this is going to grow because we're the core. We speak the same language. We have the same love, the energy, the heart. People are going to find us because they're looking for us. They just don't know we exist. So as long as we keep doing what we're doing, in my mind, I can't imagine where we will be this time next year. Cannot imagine. Because I'm figuring it out as I go. But once I know what the hell I'm doing, where I'm going, it's over with. Which means anybody that's a part of this community, come on this. Anybody that's a part of this community, we have access to change our lives forever. Garth, because you've been placed in my life has changed. Meg, because you've been placed in my life has changed. Billy, because you've been placed in my life has changed. My belief is God, the universe, higher power, whoever it is, whatever it is, places people in your life when you can accept what they have to offer. You all are destination helpers to me and each other. Our purpose is to get to wherever we're going and enjoy the journey of getting there. Getting there is a celebration. The journey, the experience is what truly matters, in my opinion. Think about your last graduation. You kicked it, had a great time. The next day, what do I do now? But the whole time leading up to that big thing was the greatest thing ever because it made us who we are. And we're only going up from here. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. And I cannot believe this is us. Can't believe it. And the world don't even know. We over here on the underbelly, chilling, quietly tearing shit up and making ripples and impacts in this entire world. So it's amazing and I love it. More story I'm going to share before the end of the year, especially on the podcast, because next week I'm gonna be in Bermuda. What the hell? A week ago, I had no plans of going to Bermuda. A week later, I did. Why? Because of Ripples and Breadcrumbs, because of Destination Helpers, because of this group, because of who we are and what we're putting out. So know that whatever you're putting out is going to come back. Yes, catch flights, not feelings. Catch flights, not feelings. Yes, I'm in my feelings catching flights. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. So it's a story I'll share at a later time on the podcast. But man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Enjoy your whatever you're doing. Enjoy it. Enjoy you. Take care of you. Much love. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.